Welcome to episode 14 of the PM Blend. I'm Mark Powell. This is Joe Finksler to my right.
Hi, Mark.
Joe?
Good to have you back.
It's great to be back. Nice to have your mic on.
Yes, that does come in handy every now and again, supposedly. I think it'd be better if the episode didn't have my mic on.
Well,
but
here we are.
Yeah,
it's on.
You're stuck with it.
We're going to talk a little bit about quality and testing today. How about that?
Well, that sounds like a great topic.
Yeah. Our special guest today, we do. Our special guest today is Heather Lander. Heather, welcome.
Mark, thank you.
Yeah,
nice
thanks.
to be here.
Heather is our quality manager here at Atlas Press Metals. And because this is her first episode, she gets one of our PM tumblers.
No,
So
well,
there
thank
you go,
you
Heather.
very much.
So when we bring you back, you'll bring the tumbler in and have it, loaded up with whatever your favorite beverage is. So,
okay.
Yeah.
Probably coffee.
Okay. So, no, but before we get started, Joe, I was reminded that we're celebrating a pretty big anniversary this year.
50 years.
50 years of Atlas Press Metals.
Yes.
So, company was started in 1976, and current ownership bought us in 1980. But because we started in 76, we're at 50 years right now.
Right. So,
pretty exciting for us to be celebrating that.
Yeah. And I've been here for 40 some of that. And
Well, I've not been, but it's been.
Mark, sometimes it feels like it.
It really doesn't. Every day it's a fun place to work. I've certainly enjoyed it. So I don't feel like every day makes it feel like it's been 50 years. It's been just 4 years. So, but yeah. So, what do you think?
Let's kick
Should
it
we
off.
jump off with Heather here and get rolling?
She's trying to get out of here.
She's probably used to.
She's going, I don't want to listen to these two.
Right. So Heather, why is quality so critical in precision parts manufacturing?
Well, small variations can create downstream issues, and especially in gears and structural components. In powdered metal, we are controlling density and dimensions and mechanical properties all at the same time. So quality ensures that the reliability in the field, not just meeting the print, but making sure that the parts perform as they're intended to.
The intent is you're trying to meet what the customer wants.
Right.
Exactly.
Trying to meet their needs.
And if we're doing the job up front and paying attention to that, that translates to a better product on the backside.
Right. Keeping quality checks throughout the whole process.
Right.
So how does Atlas approach testing and validation, Heather?
Well, we focus heavily on prevention. So during development, we validate the tooling and establish capability targets, confirm dimensional and material performance before full production. Our goal is to build stability into the process so that we don't have to react later.
Okay.
Get it right from the start.
Get it right from the start, yeah. Eliminate some of those problems downstream.
Exactly.
Yep. So what are some key testing and inspection methods that we use?
Okay, well, we use CMMs for dimensional. We also obviously use all the hand tools, but we also use optical systems like our Keonts. And we do have a vary roll for gear inspection, and we do SPC monitoring. So metallurgically, we verify density again, hardness. We do microstructures, and occasionally we do the material chemical composition as well. It's a layered approach, so confirming both geometry and material.
Okay. Joe, I know a lot of times during our PM 101s or during the tours that you do here for our customers, you talk about that equipment back there we try to keep this equipment as good or better than what our
customers end up having. Yeah. It's in a lot of cases that is true. What we tend to drive towards is the inspection equipment that Heather's group is dealing with in the production floor. It's not Heather's group, I guess. It's the whole plant floor. They're all involved in that quality. And the objective is to provide them with equipment as good or better than what a customer has. We've had many applications where customers will default back to what our readings were if they find an issue, because what they find is our equipment is as good or better. And that means they're a little more comfortable that because we're doing more of those readings, that we have a better handle on it than they do.
Yeah. Yep. So Heather, when do we use deeper metallurgical analysis?
Well, if the data is trending and we have performance concerns or unusual results appear, then we conduct a deeper analysis. We may include sectioning the part to look at it under the microscope, microstructure, looking at the microstructure, making sure things are centered properly, or other failure analysis to identify the root cause and prevent reoccurrence.
Okay.
Now, keeping in mind what Heather's kind of referring to in production, but as part of that, when we sample a part, we're doing that analysis up front. So we've already got a baseline of that sample of all of that metallurgical analysis that we could go back and refer to if we were having a major issue with something. So it's not just about what's going on in that production, what they found at that given moment. We have the history of what we sampled at as well. So if we need to go back and refer to that, you have that to fall back on.
So Joe, would that kind of tie into what we also do on the front end when we bring in let's say we bring in a new part to Atlas, but maybe it's been a part that's been around for several years, and we have a sample of that part. We'll do some of that research on the front end as well, right?
Of that existing product, yes.
Right. Which will help us kind of carry through into sample runs and the production runs and so on.
So if you have that's obviously one of the ideals. If you have what a customer's existing product looks like and what our initial sample looks like, it makes downstream a lot easier to be able to pull up those specimens and see what everything looked like. And the other thing, and you've already referred to it, is you also then deal with all the density splits. So they'll turn around and do chop up of a part to try to segregate the different density zones that we may run into to just confirm that they're uniform. As well. So there's a lot of different things that we do metallurgically from a testing standpoint. And again, it all relates back to how do you make that product the best for the customer.
So then, Heather, how does IATF and ISO, how do they shape our system?
Well, it keeps us structured and disciplined. We are looking at it as a risk-based thinking, traceability, and corrective action, and also all the internal audits that we do. Being certified means that we operate on under a controlled and globally recognized system.
So I know we've been IATF certified and ISO certified for over 20 years here now. Like, what's it take to maintain that?
Well, it takes commitment across all assets of the business, discipline processes, audits, corrective actions, and leadership engagement is definitely what it takes to maintain it. And for customers, it means stability and accountability, and just confidence in our system.
Right. I know it takes a lot of work when you're going through those audits and such. It's a lot of work.
Yes.
So I know maintaining those certifications isn't just a simple couple clicks of a button. It's a lot more than that. So,
yes.
Heather, what role does automation play in quality?
Well, automation promotes repeatability. So without the human error, without the handling of the product, with automated inspection and real-time data monitoring, we detect the trends earlier and respond faster. So that, especially in the high volume production.
And here, Joe, we do have our own automation team, which is kind of nice to have that, on site.
And even beyond that, the automation goes to the base equipment. We've got, like we had our discussion about the heat furnaces. Mm-hmm. That equipment has got a heavy automation side of it as well to allow for alarms and standard recipe settings that we go by, so that those are all fed into our server so that we have the history of those. So there's a lot of layers of that we've utilized for years. We can go back 20 plus years of electronic data that we have that allows us to have that. And as Heather just said, that tells you when you have a trend or you have a problem before it gets downstream. Right. And the objective is catch it first. Don't let it out of your department.
Right. So where are we headed in quality? What kind of expectations are upcoming?
Well, quality is becoming more data-driven and predictive. So real-time monitoring is very important. The automation, definitely, and stronger traceability to know, that's how we're going to continue to grow. But the future of quality is prevention and transparency. Transparency. It's not just inspection anymore.
Right. Yeah. It's not just inspections. It's about being, So.
And that goes along with what our mindset is anyway. The company's always been one that we are just an extension of the customer. So if we're seeing something, we're talking with customers if we see it ahead of time. Now, obviously, there are times that something might slip out, but the objective is we are on the front side of that, and we're talking with the customers ahead of time. We don't want something to get out, and we don't want to have a problem. But it's manufacturing. You have to live with that, and you have to have those conversations and let the customer know what we're saying.
Right. Great. Anything further to add, Joe?
Heather? I think so, Heather.
Yeah. No, I don't think so.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
It was a pleasure.
Yeah, no doubt. Joe?
Mark?
Episode 14 in the books.
In the books.
Yeah. Thank you all for watching episode 14 of the PM Blend. And we look forward to seeing you during our next episode. But until then, please do follow our socials.